Alright guys, here we go, back with another video. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my microphone, but I'm like, fuck it man, we'll just use the built-in one, who cares really. So, Aberdeen taking on Rangers at PITTODRIE today, a 1 o'clock kick-off. Alex Miller came out yesterday, or was it earlier this morning, I'm not quite sure, and he says that Gerrard will not leave Man United unless it's for, I quote, is it Liverpool, Man United or Arsenal. I mean, why he picked those three, I'm not too sure. I mean, if Man City wanted Gerrard, would he not go to Man City? It doesn't make much sense to me. I'm pretty sure they could offer him a shitload more money. I thought Gerrard hated Man United. I just can't imagine, Steven Gerrard being Man United manager. It would be like, I don't know, it'd be like Ferguson taking over Liverpool, or trying to think of a dominant figure in United, like a Paul Scholes or something, or a Roy Keane managing Liverpool. Just couldn't really imagine that. A Thierry Henry managing Tottenham, do you know what I mean? I just don't really see that. So why he thinks Gerrard's going to go to United is, I know, beyond me. But anyway, it's not about that. It's about the match preview, and I'm going to give my predictions here. So Charlie Adam was on the radio the other day, and he was talking about how all the other teams, he mentioned Aberdeen and Hibs, he says that these teams shouldn't even be thinking about second place. He says that Rangers are going to be challenging Celtic and the other teams shouldn't think about second. It's always been about Rangers and Celtic, and Rangers will rise to the top again. I think that's a pretty ignorant thing to say, let's be honest. Aberdeen have finished second now 4 years in a row. 2 of those years, they were competing against Rangers. First season, they comfortably finished ahead of them. Last season, not so much, but they still got the job done. So, I don't know how Charlie Adam is, coming out and saying this and that, and how they shouldn't even be thinking about second place. I think that's absolutely insane. Obviously, the amount of money Rangers have, the players Rangers have, the finances Rangers have, they should be favourites, and they are favourites for second place, no doubt about it. Whether I think they'll finish second place or not is irrelevant. Rangers are favourites for second, you know what I mean? They've just got a lot more finances, and they've got a lot more backing. You know what I mean? You just can't argue the fact that Rangers are favourites for second place. Doesn't mean I think they'll get second place, but they should be favourites for second place. And I kind of see where if that was his point, I could see it, but that wasn't his point. His point was, Rangers are brilliant this season. Gerrard's going to be great. Other teams shouldn't think about finishing second. Rangers should sign me. That's basically what it was. He was basically begging Rangers to sign him, which is, kind of sad. I don't think a lot of players like Charlie Adam, I don't think they're welcome back at Rangers after the way they left in, 2012, so that's what it is. But obviously Charlie Adam just relegated by Stoke. Guess he doesn't want to play championship football, he wants to come back to Rangers. Whether Rangers would have him or not, I don't know. Whether he would improve the Rangers starting 11 or not, I don't know guys, let me know. What do you think? Charlie Adam back to Rangers, is it a move you would like to see? Do you think he'd fit in well at Rangers? Let me know in the comments below. But finally, let's get into this match preview now. Coming into this season, I wasn't confident in Aberdeen, but those 2 games against Burnley, they have changed my mind. I know it's you shouldn't really base your opinion on a team, or, base your season predictions based on 2 games, but let's be honest, it was 2 competitive games against a team that have got, nearly 100 times the, income that Aberdeen have, and it was great performance over the 3 hours, 3.5 hours, so that kind of has. And then just seeing the way Aberdeen's played, I thought they struggled last season, make no mistake about that. Heading into the top 6 split, I thought Aberdeen would finish 4th last season. They just about held it together. I think Hibs bottled it. I think Hibs could have had second place last season, but I wouldn't say they bottled it. They were very unlucky though. There was a few results towards the end where I remember games Hibs were dominating, and they were like dominating a game against Ross County, and you draw 1-1. You're thinking, how the fuck did they not win that? But anyway, heading into this game, Aberdeen have yet to sign that striker that Derek McKenzie's been talking about, and they could be struggling here today because Sam Cosgrove is out, along with Tommy Hoban and Niall McGinn, and that probably means that Stevie May is going to be starting, and Stevie May has been fucking atrocious. Big fan of Stevie May, I loved him at St Johnstone, I thought he was great, but it has to be said, since he came back to Aberdeen, he's done fuck all, man. He's been average at best, and him leading the line of attack is probably not what Aberdeen wanted today, but, you know, it is what it is. That's what they have to go with. Shea Logan, starting his 3-match game ban. I think Shea Logan's a good right back. That'll be another big miss. Mark Reynolds, Frank Ross, Greg Tansey, all injured. Again, it's misses for Aberdeen. Maybe not necessarily players that are starting, but it's players that we'd like to have available. No fresh injury concerns for Stephen Gerrard's Rangers, but as you know, Graham Dorrans, Declan John, Jordan Rosser, Lee Wallace all remain on the sidelines. Aberdeen failed to beat Rangers any of their 4 meetings last season, losing 3, drawing 1. That's what I was saying. Aberdeen were underperforming last season, I believe, and I think that's really poor on Rangers' behalf that they beat Aberdeen 3 times, drew the other game and still finished behind them in the league. Do you know what I mean? That is pretty shit. I mean, if you beat a team in the head-to-head, like, I mean, I remember back in the day, the Old Firm, like, they used to say the Old Firm games decided the title. If one of the Old Firm had beat the other one 3 times and the other game was a draw, you're talking at an 18-point swing. That would have probably been enough any season to, like, you know, decide the title. So, yeah, I think to beat a team 3 times, draw the other game, but not finish above them is mental, man. I actually can't believe that. Rangers have won 5 and drawn 1 of their past 7 league trips to Pittodrie, so, I mean, statistically, the form is looking good for Rangers. Aberdeen have won 3 of their past 5 games, losing once at home on the opening day of the season. Rangers are on a 15-match unbeaten run in their first game in the top flight since they lost to Hearts in 1998, and that's all really BBC Sport have to say about it. Well, I've seen Aberdeen play twice this season against Burnley, like I mentioned, and they were good. I've seen Rangers play a couple of times, and I think they were lucky. I think they've been handed favourable draws in the Europa League. You know, I think the ties they've been given have been relatively easy, and even at that, they haven't really performed that well, in my opinion. Last game, I mean, they just sneaked through. Even the 1-0 win they got away in the away leg, I don't think it was that deserved. I mean, it was a good defensive display, but, I mean, going forward, they didn't really offer much. I will say that about Gerrard. I mean, he's come in and he's done a really good job. Rangers have only conceded 1 goal in the opening 4 Europa League qualifying matches, which is good, but going forward, they have struggled. They've not been scoring goals, and I think this could be a season. I think this could be like similar to a Hearts Craig Levein season like last season. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Rangers do go like several games like at a time, like long periods without conceding. 'Cause I think they are pretty good defensively, but at the same time, I don't see loads of goals in them. I could see 0-0 draws this season, you know what I mean? So I do think Rangers will be hard to break down. I don't think they'll concede many goals, but at the same time, I don't think they'll be among the highest scorers in the league. And for Aberdeen, you know, they're kind of the same. Derek McInn's kind of has the same mentality where he likes to build from their back. So, I mean, Derek McInn's will try and stop a team from scoring, so they only need to score 1 to win. Whereas you look at Neil Lennon's Hibernian and that, fuck man, they don't even care about not conceding. They may as well just play with 11 strikers. Fuck having a goalkeeper, man. It's just attack, and it doesn't matter if you score 20 goals because we'll score 25 goals. So that seems to be the mentality of Neil Lennon. Whereas I think the Aberdeen and Rangers squads, or at least their playing style this season, does seem a wee bit similar. But yeah, so basically, I'm going to give a prediction here. It's hard to really have a prediction. We haven't seen these two play yet against, let's be honest, Rangers have been against sides that are considerably below them, and Aberdeen's been against a side that is, you know, massively in front of them. So now it's two teams playing at a relatively equal, you know, measurement, and I'm going to go 2-1 Aberdeen. I didn't think I'd be saying this a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to go 2-1 Aberdeen. I know I said Rangers wouldn't concede many. I don't think they will, but I think Aberdeen will be on a high, even though they've been knocked out of Europe and Rangers are still in Europe. I believe that Aberdeen will, you know, go into this with momentum, with some positives, and also Rangers do have that Europa League match in midweek. Now, I'm not saying they're going to throw away this game, obviously, but let's be honest, getting back into European football would be massive for Rangers. It'd be massive for any Scottish club, you know what I mean? But especially for Rangers, knowing their history and being one of the, you know, considered like a massive club in Europe. So it would be great for Rangers to get back in Europe. And you got to believe that, albeit, yes, it's opening game of the season, they want to win this, of course they do, but at the same time, like, I think they will have one eye on that game midweek, and that is contributing to the fact that I think Aberdeen will sneak this one 2-1. So let me know what you think down below, let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, do you see Gerrard ever managing Man United? Who do you think Aberdeen should bring in for this striker that Derek McKinson's been talking about? He's waiting. Well, he better hurry up because time is running out. And what do you think the scoreline will be today? I'm going to go 2-1. That's my predictions, guys. Until next time, peace.